Oliver gets lost. Oliver, the Great Western Engine, enjoys working on the Little Western branch line with Duck, Donald, and Douglas. The little engine was saved from scrap a long time ago by Douglas when he tried to run away from the mainland. He's always grateful to be busy and to have work in front of him. As long as he's away from the scrapyards and always has work in front of him, Oliver is a very useful and happy engine. Early one morning, Sir Topham Hatt came up to Oliver to give him a special job that he normally didn't do. Oliver, I need you to go to the Anopha Quarry on the Farquhar branch line to help out the engines. Happily, sir, but why do they need me there? Ever since we got those new rock crushers, the rocks have been coming out of the quarry like a waterfall. The engines up there can really use an extra hand. Of course, sir. I'll go grab Toad in case we need to pull some trains. Very well, as long as you do your work well, Oliver. Thanks, sir. And Oliver puffed off to the Anopha Quarry. See you tonight, Oliver. Hey, don't get lost and make me rescue you again. Oliver went over to the sheds where Toad and the others slept and buffered up. What's on today's agenda, Mr. Oliver? We're going to the Anopha Quarry today. Oh, how exciting! I've never been to the Farquhar branch line before. You'll love it there. It's a very nice branch line, very beautiful scenery, Dulcie said cheerfully. But Isabel, on the other hand, seemed much more worried than Dulcie. Just be careful that you don't run out of fuel or go too far, Oliver. I don't want you to get lost. It's fine, Isabel. I'm not going all the way to Barrow. No, but Sodor does still have a scrap yard, and I just don't want you to end up there. Don't worry, Isabel. Those ironworks twits don't scare me. The only diesel that would cause me concern is that one that took me to the scrapyard that day, and I'm pretty sure he's on the mainland. We'll surely find our way back, Oliver said, as he puffed off to the Anopha Quarry. Don't worry, Isabel. I'm sure Oliver and Toad know their way back by now, Dulcie reassured Isabel. Oliver and Toad puffed happily through the Farquhar branch line. There were lots of familiar faces along the branch line, and lots of familiar sights that he hadn't seen in a very long time. He was a very welcomed engine on the branch line by many. Eventually, Oliver and Toad made it all the way up to the Anopha Quarry, where Toby and Mavis were struggling to shunt the trucks, mainly because the trucks that day were especially troublesome. Mavis had done her best to discipline the trucks, but to no avail. It was almost as if they needed a scare tactic. Hello, you lot. It's been a while since I've been here. Oh, Oliver. We couldn't have asked for a better engine to deal with these trucks. No, they couldn't have, Toby. I'll be sure to get this yard in tip-top order. Well, let's get to it. We have a lot to do today. Say no more, Mavis. I'm on my way. Oliver got straight to sorting out the trucks. Despite the trucks looking angrier than they ever had, they actually behaved fairly well with Oliver. None of the trucks played any tricks on Oliver as he marshaled them all around the quarry. The quarry ran like clockwork. Oliver's methods and strategies gained him a lot of respect with all of the Farquhar engines, and some, like Percy especially, were jealous of his ability to handle the trucks so easily. Alrighty, those are the last two trains of the day. It's unbelievable how you get the trucks to listen to you so easily. How do you do it, Oliver? Well, I don't really do anything, to be honest. Have you ever heard about the time that I pulled Scruffy apart? Yes, I heard about it. It was going all around the island. Well, the trucks don't want to cause trouble for an engine who can break trucks apart. So, you scare them into behaving? Well, they're all scared of me. But just so you know, I didn't do that on purpose. I didn't know my own strength. Or how weak Scruffy was. Oh, good. For a second, I thought you were threatening all of them. No, never. I don't even have to say a word to them. Well, it was great having you here, Oliver. You really made a dent in the quarry's performance. No, thank you for having me. Anyways, I'd best get out of here with this train. It's about to become dark soon. Yes, and I heard it's gonna be foggy tonight. Do you remember the way back to the Little Western? Of course. I know the way back like the back of my buffer. Bye, Oliver. Come back anytime. Thanks, Mavis. Oliver, you're supposed to put those trucks on this track here so it's easier for us to unload them. I know that. I'm just putting my brake van here so I can get him easier when I go. Oh, very well. A few minutes later, Oliver rearranged the trucks to be closer to the platform. He then coupled up to Toad, and the two puffed off to the Little Western. But no sooner had he started leaving, the fog came down quick and hard. Oliver struggled to remember his way as he had to see through the thick fog. Oh goodness, what is this place? Mr. Oliver, if I may ask, are we lost by any chance? What? Of course not, Toad. I'm just a little spooked by all this, fog. Oliver tried to keep telling himself and Toad that they were not lost, but deep down, they both knew that they were very lost. After traveling for a while, Oliver was ready to admit that he was lost, until he passed by Kildane Station, which he didn't know at the time, and Oliver got switched onto a branch line. Oliver was surprised at first, but a grin crept across his face as he thought he was on the Little Western line. Look, Toad, we're back on the through line. We're headed home now. Alright, if you say so, Mr. Oliver. Oliver confidently puffed down the Peel Godred branch line, thinking it was the Little Western. But Oliver soon realized that he was not on the Little Western. There were no beaches, no boats, no water, or anyone that he recognized. He made a quick stop outside of what he thought was the station. Driver, Toad, I'm lost. I don't know where we're at. Me neither. We'll have to stay here and wait till the fog lifts and see where we're at. What are those strange sounds? Toad pondered. Suddenly, Oliver recognized some of the sounds. Oh, no, please no, don't tell me we're in. But when the fog lifted, Oliver's fears were reassured. Oh no, we're at the scrapyard, Oliver said. The sight of shredded metal and decaying engines terrified the little engine. It was all way too familiar. We need to get out of here as soon as possible. We need to know where we are first. We'll leave very quickly and find out where we're at, Oliver. Don't worry. Don't leave us here alone, please, Oliver begged. Don't worry, Mr. Oliver. They won't do anything when two of us are here. Thanks, Toad, Oliver said. Oliver's crew left to go and find help and find out where they were at. Meanwhile, Oliver was left all alone in the middle of the scrapyard with the eerie sounds of the scrapyard machines and Toad to keep him company. Mr. Oliver, I'm scared. Me too, Toad. But at least we're not back at Barrow with the diesel that took us that day. Oliver heard the blare of a horn, but not just any horn, one that he recognized all too well. The all-too-familiar shape of a gigantic diesel slithered out of the sheds. Well, we meet again, Twinkle Toes. Despite being confronted with his worst nightmare, Oliver wasn't scared anymore. Now, he was furious. So it's not bad enough that you nearly sent me to my death, but you come to follow me to my new home too? Don't get mad at me, Oliver. I was just doing my job, as I am now. What do you mean, as you are now? Ain't it obvious? I got unfinished business with you, Twinkle Toes. You may have escaped Barrow at the time, but you can't escape me. Where are you taking me? Unhand me this instant! Oh, I ain't doing that! You're gonna make fine scrap metal indeed, Oliver. The big diesel pulled Oliver into the smelter shed. The diesel cackled as he tried to switch tracks. Oliver looked around him and saw the scrapped remains of old engines and rolling stock. He then looked beyond the scrapped remains and saw the grinders and started to lose hope. What's the matter, Puffball? You worried you'll get turned into a soup can? You can't scrap me! I've been purchased by the Fat Controller! Well, he's not here, is he? And he's also not stopping that! Oliver looked up in terror as he saw a gigantic claw attached to the roof.
that was coming down his way.
And he's also not stopping this! Bye-bye, Puffball!
Stop that claw!
Everyone in the smelter sheds was completely surprised. Every machine in the scrapyard was also turned off in complete silence. Diesel 10, explain yourself! Why are you trying to scrap Oliver? Oh, no, sir. I wasn't gonna scrap him, of course. I was only doing a harmless joke, you see? I was gonna stop right when you told me to. Go to your shed! I don't have time for your lies tonight. It's midnight and you have me coming all the way out here. I will discipline you in the morning, and you'd best put that claw back how it was or I will take it off of you. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I will, sir. Diesel 10 said feebly. I'm sorry about him, Oliver. The scrapyard only purchased him a week ago. It's alright, sir. It was personal between me and him. He was the one who took me to the scrapyard that day. Oh my, I had no idea. But why did you end up on the Peel Godred branch line? You're supposed to be on the Little Western. I lost my bearings, sir. Me and my crew got here by accident and don't know where the Little Western is. Don't worry, Oliver. We spoke to a signalman, and now we know where we are. Come on, we're headed home now. Oliver couldn't smile wider. Great Western forever!